Hey, 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 Honey Hive. I am back and we talking about these tomatoes. So today is the last day for the tomato edition. We're gonna talk about picking tomatoes and the different things that you can do with tomatoes. So we made it through planting, finding a spot for your tomatoes, fertilizing. We've talked about all this. So let's talk about picking these tomatoes. So once you see that your tomatoes are turning red or whatever color they're supposed to be when they're ripe, you want to go ahead and pick them. Now, in the South, we eat fried green tomatoes. So a lot of times all the tomatoes don't make it to they turn red. But anyway, so you want to pick them when they're red or the purplish colors. Like I say, I got some Cherokee tomatoes, or purple boy tomatoes, what they call. So they're kind of like a purple, like dark purple reddish color. And then hold on, let me go get one. Hold on, Tamia, hold on, let me go get one. Okay, so these are the Cherokee tomatoes, the ones they call purple boy. And I kind of let this one sit on the vine a little longer. But anyway, when your tomatoes are ripe, you want to pull them off the vine. And you want to clean them up, put them in the refrigerator, put them in the cold section of your refrigerator. And fresh tomatoes, when they're homegrown, they last for a while in the refrigerator as long as it's cold. Some of the things that you can do with tomatoes, you can do salsas, you can do tomato sauce, you can do ketchup. Like I said, there's a tomato salad where you take the tomatoes and the cucumbers and the onions, cut them up, put them in there, put a little vinegar in there. It's so many different things that you can do with the tomatoes. Stewed tomatoes. It just go on and on and on. So growing your own tomatoes is one of the best things you can do. Yes, the acid level in tomatoes are pretty high, so you don't want to eat too many tomatoes, but grow you some tomatoes. And like I said, you want to pick them when they're red, or like we do in the South, fried green tomatoes. You pick them when they're green, and what you do is get you some cornmeal, some fish fry. I'm gonna tell you, the already seasoned fish fry. Get you some of that. Cut your green tomatoes up, put them in some water, let them sit in some water, because you want the meal to be able to stick to them. And then you take them out the water, dip them in the fish fry. That, you know, that Louisiana fish fry that be in that blue bag, that. And then dip them in that, put them in the grease. It don't take them long to fry. Once they start looking brown and start floating to the top, take them out. Eat them. You can eat them with some ranch, tartar sauce. You can eat them by themselves, however you want to eat them. But that's another thing. And when they green like that, they're not just full of acid when they as they are when they turn red. Another thing we do with green tomatoes too is called chow chow, or pickled tomato relish. It's good. So, and then that's like something you can sell. So growing your own vegetables, it's a variety of things that you can do with them. I mean, from selling different things to selling fresh tomatoes, selling tomato plants. Just get creative with it. Like I said, I got some coming up for y'all in the works, and it's gonna be good. Some gonna help y'all. But anyway, like I said, growing tomatoes is one of the best things you can do. So we're starting off with tomatoes. Next week we're gonna focus on cucumbers, growing cucumbers, because cucumbers and tomatoes go hand in hand. And don't forget, I told y'all, like this tomato, I rinse it off real good, take a basil leaf, rub it on there. Baby, that's good too. Fresh, eat it like an apple. It's good. But today is the last day for them good old tomatoes. So y'all gonna get you some tomatoes planted. It ain't too late, because like I say, you can do them in the spring and in the fall. Just make sure at this point in zone AB with the heat, put them somewhere where they're not getting too much heat, but they're getting enough sunlight and enough shade. And you want to water twice a day. Once early in the morning and later in the evening once it kind of cooled off. And everybody got their own times when they think you should water. Some people say don't water at night, but I'm just telling you what works for me. Watering in the morning and at night is what works for me, so that's what I do. So you do, you know, I can just give you advice. Like I say, some people say, oh, you're not supposed to water at night because of the diseases and the pests, but I've never really had a problem with that. Matter of fact, it helped my stuff grow more. And as long as you fertilizing and doing what you're supposed to do, I'm not bothered with pests. The only one year I did have those them big the worms, but that wasn't a big deal. That didn't destroy my crop. They didn't even hurt it. So people tell you gotta have this, you gotta have that. Gardening is not that complicated. So I'm just trying to make it as simple as possible, to where everybody can get out there in the garden. And don't be afraid to get out there. Move, honey. My dog in the way. She wants some loving. But anyway, gardening is not, you have to have 50 million things just to grow your food. No, you don't. You just need the basics. Get out there and do it. And it's just, as long as you're taking care of your garden, you will see the blessings and the abundance of whatever you're growing. That's just like if you take care of yourself, you reap what you sow. So if you're not out there taking care of it, of course you ain't gonna get no tomatoes. No, you're not. But if you out there taking care of it and doing what you're supposed to do, you'll have an abundance. And you ain't gotta go buy this and go buy that and get this special tool and get that. They didn't have all that back in the day. Sure, like I told y'all, sit down and talk to some of the elders in the family, the one that was really out there in it. And they gonna tell you the same thing. Baby, you ain't gotta have all that. You don't. I've been doing this for years, and I've done the expensive, from going by this tool, buying this fertilizer and buying that fertilizer. And honestly, my stuff wasn't growing until I just made it simple. Once I made it simple, stuff growing like crazy. So keep it simple. Keep it simple. That's all you gotta do. But anyway, like I say, next week we'll get on them cucumbers and talk about growing cucumbers, what kind of cucumbers grow in zone AB. But in the meantime, I'm wishing each and every one of y'all peace, blessings, joy, and abundance in whatever you do. May abundance come back to you. Peace. And I'm gonna give y'all a salsa recipe too, so stay tuned for that.